with the best record in the WNBA back home. Atlanta actually beat Connecticut in their. Angel Gray will be joining us as well. Bum ankle, but two great players still in careers. You take a look at the starting lineup. Her mom, and she is back in the starting lineup, guarded by Gray to get things going. Liberty off to their best start in franchise history at 18-3. Inside to Jonquel Jones. Nice pass. Laney Hamilton can find people like that.
And I love finding Jonquel Jones early. She's coming off a performance in the Commissioner's Cup where she struggled. She only had 3 points, only 3 field goal attempts, so establish her right away inside.
Yeah, right away she's gotten her a field goal, which she did not get at all in that loss to Minnesota. Canada in her first year at Atlanta, part of a sign and trade deal in the offseason. They don't get the shot off in time.
Talking to head coach Tanisha Wright before today's game for the Atlanta Dream, she said it's so important for them to try to play with pace to get down, and that's one of the reasons they can struggle at times in their quarter court offense. They want to find a flow in transition.
I certainly do miss Ryan Howard, who was off to another tremendous start before she turned her ankle. Sloot finds Stewie.
That all started with a really nice screen by Jonquel Jones, and then Sloot gets the paint touch, and Stewie knows when to cut.
Stewie coming up in another milestone in her career scoring-wise. Haley Jones turns around over Sabrina Ionescu, and Jonquel Jones brings it up. Jones posting up Coffey, good defense. Nia in her 8th year out of Northwestern, and there's the pace that you talked about that Coach Wright wants to see.
And a great take by Alicia Gray, because Brianna Stewart with that wingspan is an outstanding shot blocker.
Stewie averaging 1.5 blocks per game.
New York's getting really good dribble penetration and touches in the paint and passes out of it. And there's another one. Tina Charles, you gotta love when your big player is willing to run the floor. And then when she does, you have to reward her, Pam Ward.
And Charles in her 13th year, did not play in the league last season, finding a home here or with Atlanta. Jones, that's quite a matchup against Stewart, who finds it rimming out. Canada, that was a perfect pass to Jones, but she couldn't finish after she rid herself of Stewart. Canada 9 points and 6 assists in their upset win at Connecticut. Wearing the mismatched sneakers. I like it. Coffey from outside. Atlanta not known for their three-point shooting. So New York in their previous games have played some zone against them as Vandersloot misses from outside.
You'll notice too, when Atlanta shoots the basketball, they are concerned about getting back in transition defense. They do not crash the glass because they're heading in the other direction. Look at that. Not a single player other than Tina Charles was even inside the three-point line when the shot went up.
Charles with 4 of Atlanta's 6 points, rather. New York, the highest scoring team in the league. They have now missed 6 straight shots, however. Gray pulls up over Stewie.
And Atlanta is switching in some of their defensive matchups, and New York is trying to take advantage of it. We saw Haley Jones, for example, switched out onto Brianna Stewart, but New York has not been able to capitalize on that.
So at that time, got some daylight. First 3 attempts for Stewart today. And Tina Charles, you can tell that she's going to be very aggressive on the offensive end, but missed that shot. Now our first substitutions early on.
But I like immediately, like, that wasn't the best shot because of where they were in the shot clock. And Tina right away says, like, my bad. Yep. She was stepping, fading away from Brianna Stewart, who was a lengthy defender.
Tanisha Wright has talked about the leadership, certainly the experience that Charles has brought to this team. Kennedy Burke, number 2, has checked in. Vandersloot.
How about the pace of this game, though, so far? We've seen substitutions come in because this thing is just going up and down.
Charles able to clean up. Tina Charles with a quick 6 points. Maya Caldwell, number 33, also checking in for Atlanta. They recently signed her. Burke misses. New York struggling.
They're getting pretty good looks, though, Liberty are. And a lot of it's coming off some dribble penetration, touching the paint, pass out, and they just can't make a shot.
Yeah, they've missed 8 of their 11 shots. All 4 of their threes have not gone in. For a team that hits the most threes in the league.
Great take by Jordan Canada. A hesitation to make the Liberty defense try to figure out, are we switching, are we staying? And then she explodes with her left hand.
It is a 12-2 Atlanta run after they fell behind early. Stewie 0 for 2 from 3. Vandersloot passed up the 3 to take the drive, and it worked out.
Let's get our point guards driving left. Let's see another one down this end.
Courtney Vandersloot, now 35 years of age. Was in a Peloton class recently. Alicia Gray hits.
I know, I got to figure out which one it was, which instructor. So I can see Sloot pedaling away.
Sandy Brondello will not be joining you in that class. She hates her Peloton. Gave it away after a couple of sessions.
But George, this team, allow this league to see and know who you are. And we definitely see that from the future Hall of Famer.
Absolutely leading this team in rebounding, also scoring 14 points a game. Maya Caldwell puts in the shot.
I mean, how about that? The New York come out in a possession of zone defense because Atlanta is not a great three-point shooting team and just steps right into it.
Meanwhile, it's New York that's 0 for 5 from 3. Stewie with the drive. A little frustrated she didn't get a foul call. She's missed 4 of her 5 shots. And Kayla Thornton in the game. And Leonie Fiebisch, the rookie from Germany, also has checked in for New York. Fiebisch will be on the German Olympic team. They have qualified for the first time ever. And they certainly hope to have Satu Sabali back. Inside, Naz Hillman catches from Canada.
How about the way the Atlanta Dream have been able to get into the paint and score, out in fast break. They're 10th in the league, average only 8 fast break points a game. They already have 6 here today.
And they're also tearing it up in the paint, as you mentioned. 14 of their 19 coming inside. Stewart still hasn't found it.
Liberty are shooting 27% and getting good looks. And these two teams met just a week ago. The Liberty shot over 50% in that game.
Atlanta's made 5 straight shots. And that was picked off. And a whistle and a foul as Thornton hits the deck.
How about Kayla Thornton this?
Upcoming national TV schedule coming up on Tuesday. The Atlanta Dream will welcome in Chicago on the CBS Sports Network. Amazon has a doubleheader for you on the 4th of July. Connecticut at Minnesota, Washington at Vegas, and then Ion on Friday. Atlanta, Dallas, and Vegas, LA. Go to to the NBA.com or visit the NBA app, WNBA.com, for all of your schedule information.
Is visit the right word? Visit the app? Do you visit apps?
I think you do, I guess, a virtual visit. Is that a thing?
You like use an app. I don't know that you visit.
We'll change
it.
that verb.
Either way, go there.
Yes, the WNBA app. And coming up on Tuesday, we're going to have Indiana at Vegas on our air. Caldwell, Still working away in. Just signed on Wednesday. Why not? She's hit a couple.
Wow, that was a really solid defensive possession by the New York Liberty, and then Caldwell just making something out of nothing. Great look.
Coach Wright says she's just always a pro, shows up, very athletic, and obviously can hit some threes, which is something they need, especially with Ryan Howard out.
Mr. Wright says she is a pro. When her number is called, she's ready. Her confidence is there, and she actually got a few starts with the Atlanta Dream during that rookie season. She's just an all-time pro and does everything she needs to do on both sides of the floor to get the minutes.
Her second game of the season with Atlanta, she's been terrific.
Hit a couple of threes, and look what she does. She drives the baseline.
I mean, just a nice burst of energy off the bench, playing with tremendous confidence.
Third year out of Georgia, third round pick by Indiana, as New York finally gets his first three to fall. It's Febish.
These teams played just a week ago, last weekend, and New York had control of that game from the jump. They ended up winning it by 21 points. And Atlanta's come out here today and said, we're going to punch first, and we're going to keep punching.
A very different story when New York scored 62 points in the first half of that game. Shot 71% from the floor, which is a franchise record for any first half. And that time they got a stop. Trying to defeat Atlanta for the third time. Difference between the two clocks. Ionescu, pardon me, puts up the three, and the ball goes over to Atlanta with 3.6 seconds left to go in the quarter. Jordan Canada throws it up at the buzzer, a season low.